and welcome back to Gymnastics with Rosanna. Today's video is all about some stretches to help you build up your back flexibility. Back flexibility is a really important thing in both dance and gymnastics, so I've got a series of follow along stretches for you to do with me. There's no time today, but I will be telling you what they are, when we start and when we finish. Let's get started. So our first stretches, we're going to start standing up and we're going to lean to the side. You can either put your hands on your hips for this or have one arm up for the side you're leaning. I'm going to go with my hips because I prefer this, but choose what's best for you. So all we're going to do is we're going to start with our feet around a hip width apart. So they're not too close together, but we also don't want them too far apart either. So just under your hips. And what we're going to do is we're going to stand up tall, and we've got to imagine we're between two panes of glass or two walls. So as we lean to the side, we're not dropping our shoulders. We're trying to keep everything flat as if we were sandwiched, and we're just going as far as we can one way, and then we'll go the other. So I'm going to start by going to my right. So I'm trying to keep up nice and tall, and I'm also leaning to the side, keeping my shoulders square to the front. So no dropping or twisting to try and get further down, but you should feel a nice stretch up your side. Then we're going to come up to the middle, and we're going to go the other way. So same again, keeping those shoulders square, tummy facing forwards, keep your body nice and tall, and just go as far as you can to feel that stretch. Now just to sort of balance it out, I'm also gonna reach forwards, so that you'll feel this one more in the backs of your legs, but I like to keep sort of the whole core moving each in 4 directions. So go as far as you can, keeping your legs straight, and try and keep tall still so you've got a straight back, you're not slouching around. And then we're going to stand up and we're going to go backwards. So this time pushing your tummy forwards, keeping those legs straight, and we're bending the bottom of our back. And we're going to do all 4 of those again. So we're going to go to the right first. And over to the left. Reach down, forwards, keeping that back straight. And then pushing your tummy out. So our next stretches, we're going to be on the floor. So we're going to be working on this Corbett here for this. So I've done these in other videos, so we're going to do what we call happy cat and sad cat. So we're going to start on all 4s. So for our happy cat, we're arching our back. Try and make sure that your shoulders are over the top of your arms, and that your knees and heels, hips even, are in a straight line. We're not sort of back here, forward here. We're trying to keep nice and square. So for the happy cat, we're arching our back, so our tummy's towards the floor and our head's up, trying to create a curve in our spine. And then we're going to go the other way for a sad cat. So our hands and our knees are staying still. We're pushing up through our shoulders. So we're trying to hide our ears between our arms by pushing our back to the ceiling and pushing up through our shoulders. And we're going to go back to our happy cat again. So head up, arching our back so our tummy is towards the floor. You should feel your stretch in this lower part of your back. And then we're going to go into our sad cat. So we're pushing up towards the ceiling, trying to squeeze our ears between our arms so there's no gaps, and rounding our back. From here, we're going to keep our hands in the same place, and we're just going to push forward into a seal shape. So for this one, we're trying to keep our legs together, our hands close to our hips and our arms straight, and we're pushing our shoulders back. So we're trying to get a nice arch through our back. Again, you'll feel this in your lower back a bit more. If you can, start looking back as well towards your feet. And then from here, all that happens is we push up onto all fours and slide our hands forwards and look at our fingers. So our bottom is in the air and we're trying to push our armpits towards the floor in this one. So we don't want to be sitting back here. You want your bum off your heels, arms out in the front and look at them. If you're doing the stretch correctly, you should feel a stretch in your shoulders because we are now stretching the top part of our back and the flexibility in our shoulders to get them up over our heads. We're going to go back forwards into our seal shape. So again, making sure you've got those legs together, hips as close to the floor as you can, and pushing those shoulders up and back. If you can't quite get your hips to the floor yet, don't worry too much about going back. Just work on pushing those hips down. And once you've got the bottom bit flexibility, you can start pushing up the top. And then we're going to go back again into that snail shape. So bottom in the air, arms forward, looking at your fingers, pushing those armpits towards the floor. Because we've just done a lot with our lower back, all we're going to do now is very quickly sit yourself in a nice tuck shape, make sure you've got some space, and just rock 5 times in a ball the other way, because we've done quite a lot on the bottom of our back, so we want to make sure we've stretched it out the other way as well. So my next stretch for you is quite a fun one. It looks a bit strange, but this one allows you to pull as much or as little as you like. So all we're going to do is we're going to lay on our tummies, and what you're going to try and reach for is you're going to bend your legs and get hold of your ankles. I try not to hold my feet on my toes because I don't think you get as good a grip. If you hold your ankles, you can get your thumb round as well. So we're holding onto our ankles, and you can lift up and pull. So you're feeling in the bottom of your back again. If you're in the position I'm in and that's too easy, start trying to straighten your legs. It will pull your shoulders up as well, and you'll get a bigger stretch. So we'll just come down and rest, and then we'll do that one more time. So hold of your ankles. If you're struggling to reach your ankles, you can also do this by having something like a towel, which you fold around the back of your ankle, and then you hold the towel as well instead of your ankle. So we've got hold of our ankles, lift up, and then start straightening your legs to increase the stretch. And again, because we're doing a lot on the bottom of our back here, we're going to make that fall again, and we're just going to make some rocks to stretch our back out the other way. The next one, so we're going to start on our knees. Don't have them together as it's too hard to balance for this. We also don't want them too wide. It's that hip width apart. So we're hip width to keep our balance, because if we're too close, we're not very balanced, and if it's too far, it's not going to be as good of a stretch. So what we're doing is our knees hip width apart. But this time you can either put your hands again on your hips, or you can reach for your ankles. We're just going to push forward here. So it's very similar to the one we did standing up, but this time on our knees. So if you can reach down for your ankles, I could only just do that, but if not, push those hips forwards, there. So our last stretch for this video is going to be practicing our bridge. So I'll talk you through the bridge in a minute, but what we're going to do is we're going to do this 3 times. The first time we're going to do it, we're going to hold our bridge for 5 seconds. The second time we're going to hold for 7, and the last time we'll hold for 10. So if you're not sure of what a bridge is, some people also call this a crab. We're going to start on the floor, on our backs. We want our feet fairly close to our bottom. We don't want them too far away. So we want our feet bent in. And we're going to put our hands over our shoulders. So what we're doing with this, if you've got your right arm up in front of you, bend it so the palm of your hand is, well, not the palm of your hand is facing upwards, the back of your hand to the floor, and your thumb is closest to you. From here, we're just going to turn it over so our fingertips point towards our shoulder and our palm is now on the floor. So our palm is up, fingers towards behind us, back of our hand to the floor, and then just turn it over so our fingers now point towards our shoulder. You're also going to do that on the other side. So this is our flat bridge position. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to push up, try and get our arms and our legs straight. And when we're in this position, we're going to try and get our feet together and push our legs as straight as we can while keeping our arms straight. So importantly, try and get your arms straight first, and then once you've done that, then we'll work on our legs. So we're going to get ready for our first one, and we're going to hold this one for 5. So 3, 2, 1. So push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come down again. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to try and hold that one for 7. If 7's a bit too much, try holding for 5 and build your way up for 7. So we get ourselves ready in our flat bridge, feet bent in close, hands nice and flat. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come down again. So this time we're going to go for 10. Again, if you're struggling with 7, try and hold for 5 and build your way up for 10. Do your best. So we'll get ourselves ready for the last time. So feet in place, hands nice and flat. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come down. And because we've still done a lot on our back again, we're going to make that ball shape and we're going to rock 5 more times. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!